guys, hi, hello, how's it going today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my beauty empties for the quarter. This is the end of Q2, can you believe it? It is July. Before we know it, it'll be Christmas, that's all I got to say. I should start shopping now. That's where I'm at. But I have an enormous amount of beauty empties to do with you today. Since I moved this to a quarterly video, like there's just so many products to go through with you today. So I cannot wait to dig in with you. This is just about beauty products that fall inside of the beauty categories, but isn't makeup. As you all know, if you've been with me for a hot minute, makeup empties are done in my makeup rehab series. So I have some thoughts on these products. I'd like to go over these products with you, and if that sounds like something you're interested in, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I am a lover of all things high and colorful beauty and self-care. I also work as a field leader for Ulta Beauty, so I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here, but ultimately, I'm just out here talking about makeup and beauty products because I love to talk about makeup and beauty products. And I hope that you also love to talk about makeup and beauty products, and you'll want to subscribe before you go. I am trying to hit 2K before my birthday in September. We have a little bit over 400 wonderful family members to go, and I know that there are 56% of you out there watching that are not subscribed. So you should just subscribe. That is what I'm saying. I think it would behoove you to do so because I am a kick in the pants and super fun to hang out with, and you're watching me anyway. So that said, let's jump into these beauty empties. I have far too many to be so rambly in this intro, so let's just dig in. Okay, I think I have separated it out in a way that makes sense, and so that this video isn't just kind of all over the place. But let's start with tools because there's only 2 products in this category. And I do have 1 makeup brush and 1 makeup sponge that I am putting into my beauty empties for the year. And this is the Royal & Langnickel contour brush. It's number BMD120. And if I'm honest with you, I loved this brush. I loved it so much. I love the pretty packaging of it. I love that it's this beautiful, like really gorgeous purple color. Loved the feel of the handle. Loved that the brush was really nice and soft. The problem that I'm running into is right now, it does appear that the brush is really starting to fall apart. It's starting to shed a little bit. I'm not knowing if you guys can see that truly, but also this handle, you know the NARS packaging, how it has like that rubberized over the top of plastic packaging, and if it sits around in your collection too long, it starts getting really gummy. That is what this handle feels like, and it is absolutely not the best feeling in the world. Makeup sticks to it. My skin feels gross after I touch it, so I just feel like every time I use it, I have to wash my hands. I'm not into it anymore, so I'm gonna get rid of that. And then this is just a makeup sponge. I typically keep my makeup sponges in my collection for use for about 3 or 4 months, to be honest, after washing, because I do wash them every single day. Putting them in here, I don't feel like I need to wash them to put them into an empties. This one got a grip ton of use out of me. I usually wait until they are starting to kind of fall apart, because usually at the 3-month mark, they really are starting to fall apart. But what I found with this one is that every time I washed it, like when I would squeeze it to squeeze out the water, like it would just stay in that squeezed out form for way too long, which tells me that there's something inside of there that's kind of growing. So I am going to go ahead and get rid of those 2 tools. And then from a body care perspective, you all know I love me some Bath & Body Works hand soaps. These are the foaming hand soaps, and these are all that I use in my bathrooms as well as on my kitchen sink for hand washing. And I have 3 that I'm bringing in, which actually kind of shocks me. I think that there might be some in my house somewhere that I did not get into my empties bin. 3 just doesn't seem right because I wash my hands a lot, and I'm typically going through a lot more than 3 at a time. This one is white pumpkin, and white pumpkin has notes of gingered, white pumpkin, caramel glaze, and warm blended spices. This was a fall scent, of course, and I love me a fall scent. I would repurchase this. This smelled so good. It smelled literally like pumpkin pie. So I would totally repurchase that one. This one is pumpkin pecan waffles, and this has notes of maple syrup, golden waffles, and pumpkin spice. And this really did smell like Sunday morning breakfast. Honestly, what I would say is this one, I don't know that I would repurchase. I don't know. There's something about that maple syrup and pumpkin spice that just doesn't 100% mix together in my humble opinion. So I'm not sure that I would repurchase this one, but it did smell good in the moment. Really, really sweet. I would say almost sickeningly sweet. And then this one is Girlfriend, which I thought was super cute. It is a like Halloween scent. It's got really great Halloween graphics over the sticker on it, and it has scents of dark strawberries, ghostly peony, and spine-chilling citrus. And this one I actually did not love. This one I think smelled almost like a rotten lemon. I did not like this one at all. Something about the strawberries and the citrus mixed together. I mean, I can smell the strawberries and the citrus in it, but something about them mixed together in the way that they're mixed together in this fragrance was not great. So I wouldn't repurchase that. So I also had this Harper and Ari exfoliating sugar cubes container that I got in a FabFitFun, and I haven't subscribed to FabFitFun in over a year, so they were getting a long little doggy in my collection, so I thought I needed to get some use out of them. What I would say is they smelled really good. They did have a really nice, like, juicy scent, but not, like, it's not listed on here, so I'm not 100% sure what the scent was, but it felt really fruity to me. But they're really solid, and I love that for like a shower cube or like a, bath fizzer or something like that. But these were really boasted as an exfoliator for your skin. And when I had a hard time like using it on my skin for exfoliation because it just wouldn't break down, it felt more scratchy, pulley on my skin than an exfoliator should be. That wasn't a good thing for me. There were 8 cubes in here, I think. I did keep it in my shower so that it would retain some of the moisture from the shower so that maybe it would soften the cubes, and I didn't feel like that did anything. So at the end of the day, what I ended up doing was using them as like a shower cube at the bottom of my shower, and that way they were getting all the water runoff from the shower would soften up enough that I could like exfoliate the bottom of my feet with them against the shower floor. I don't feel like that's what they were supposed to be used for, but it is how I ended up using them at the end of the day because they were just too rough for my skin. And then last for body care, I do have this Paco Rabanne Invictus like body wash. It's called an all over shampoo. That was the love of my life. I will tell you, this smells so good. I believe you can still get this, and I know that this came to him in like a holiday kit or something that I bought for him, and I will be searching it out for another holiday kit because it smells so good. It took him forever to use it though. I don't know why. It's such a little tiny thing, and I think that it smelled really good, really manly, but also fresh and clean and just real good. Just saying. Moving on to hair care, I do have a few items here. So I do have the Rakuten Wax Blast. This is like a hair wax that I would use sometimes in my hair as a styling agent. It's got a really nice like spray wax that feels not super heavy and thick in your hair. It doesn't weigh it down, but it also helps to create some volume and maybe, you know, styling that you could get from like a wax paste or a gel or something like that, but less heavy. So I really do love this. I repurchase this all the time, especially with my shorter hair, with like wanting it to be a little bit more texturized in the back, but also slick on the front. I think that this is a really great tool to use versus a paste or even a wax stick, because it's less heavy, it doesn't weigh down my hair, and it really helps me, you know, be able to use a styling agent without having to feel like I need to wash my hair after using it because my hair feels heavy and gritty and gross. This is the Rakuten Deep Clean Dry Shampoo. This is a really great dry shampoo. I really do love this dry shampoo. I have others that I love more though. So those would be the ones that I continue to repurchase. But what I love most about this one is it works really well for like super absorption. So I go to the gym, you know, 3 or 4 times a week. If you're somebody that works out, it really does help with like the nape of your neck where your hair is a little bit more thick for absorption of those like oils that are produced by your scalp as you're sweating, and makes your hair feel really, really clean without feeling really, really gritty. I also love that you don't really get a cast from this, which is super fantastic because y'all know if you've been around for a minute, I wash my hair like once a week, if that. So I need a dry shampoo that is going to not leave a cast, make my hair feel clean, and not make me feel like I need to wash my hair right away because that dry shampoo has made my hair feel less clean. I mean, there's a point of how much dry shampoo you can use before it starts feeling gritty and gross and you need to wash it. That one I feel like gives me a longer length of time in between washes before I start feeling that way. This one, however, does not. So this was part of my turn and burn project that I have going on here on my channel. And this is the Bumble and Bumble B6 Prete Powder Trace Invisible Dry Shampoo for normal to oily hair. This was just a sample, obviously. I do not feel like this did anything but make my hair feel gritty and create a cast in my hair that is not attractive on any level. So in order to use this while I had it in turn and burn, I had to use it at night, which is fine. I use a lot of dry shampoos at night anyways, just so that I can, you know, wake up in the morning with refreshed hair. But this one I had to use at night, and then I had to wake up in the morning and kind of like comb it out of my hair because it created a cast. It made my pillow feel gross. It made my hair feel gross. I didn't love this at all, which is sad because I do love so many products from Bumble and Bumble. Dry shampoo just isn't it. And then the last hair product I have is this, which is the Rakuten Color Extend Blondage Rose Blonde Color Depositing Mask. And, you know, I mean, if this had been the right color for me, there's a little bit left in there. If this had been the right color for me at the time, I do think that it would have been fine. But this is such a light pink mask. I don't know if I can squeeze any more out of here. It's such a light pink color that even when my hair was pink and purple, it really just didn't do anything to help my extend the color or, you know, color deposit, if I'm honest with you. I really, really also love the Cara Color Conditioner. I feel like that is probably the best color depositing mask or, you know, cleanser that I've ever used on my hair. I feel like it does do a really good job of creating a semblance of refreshed color. This, I felt like, cleansed my hair really well, and it was a really nice mask, and I would put it on, leave it on for about 20 minutes and then rinse it off. I just don't feel like it did anything for color depositing, and my hair was pink. It didn't give me any more like oomph to my hair, which I feel like I get every single time I use Cara Color. So I wouldn't necessarily say these are the best of the Rakuten products. There's so many Rakuten products that I love. I just don't really 100% love the Colored Posny mask. Also felt like I had to use so much of it to cover the entirety of my head. And I get it. I have a lot of hair, but I also have really, really short hair. And I feel like I was using like 3 like huge handfuls of this product in my short amount of hair. And I felt like it was kind of a waste. Specifically because, though, that it didn't do really anything for me. Moving on to fragrance, I have several different products, which I'm super excited about. I do have just 2 little like spritzer samples that I used up in Turn and Burn. This one is Paco Rabanne 1 Million. This is definitely a men's fragrance. It's not a men's fragrance that I don't love, but it's also not a men's fragrance that I am willing to wear. So I used it a few times, but mostly as a room spray. It did smell very good. I would certainly buy that for my man. And then this one is Mugler Angel. And if I remember correctly, I did not love this. If I remember correctly, this was way too like strong and floral for me. I would have to look at my notes, and I'll put the notes up on the screen. I am more of just like a really gourmand girl. Like I want to smell like a delight. I want to smell like a snack. I want to smell like a cupcake or candy. I want to smell like that. So I think that, you know, the more floral scents, I just don't love on myself, and I don't know that anybody loves them on me. The times that I have been complimented on like my fragrance that I'm wearing usually is a fragrance that smells like fruits or cupcakes. So those are the ones I typically stick to, much like this one. This is the Kayali Eden, which has this like pear apple scent to it, and this is the second KLE like spritzer like this that I have finished, and I love the scent of this. It smells so good, and I have never received more compliments on the fragrance that I was wearing than when I was wearing this. It is such a beautiful scent, and I was really bummed out when I was done with this. It just has a really great, like, kind of pear-y, like I said, green apple-esque, like, fragrance to it, and really went well with my skin chemistry. I would consider purchasing this in a full size just because I truly loved it that much. This is also why I am a little skeptical of the 3 bottles of Bath & Body foaming hand soaps. I have 5 of their wallflowers in here, and we go through soap a lot quicker than we go through wallflowers. But I do have this set here, which was the Vanilla Birch wallflower set. This is a warm and comforting fragrance, so it's got kind of that gourmand feel to it. It is white birch bark, Madagascar vanilla, and sandalwood, and this smelled so good. I used both of these in this room here. I just loved them so much. It's got a lot less of that like tree in the forest scent, but a lot more of like a roasted marshmallow scent. So I really, really quite liked those. I also have a cinnamon pumpkin swirl, again, warm and comforting. That is my sweet spot. This one has notes of luscious caramel, ground cinnamon, and rich brown sugar creamy vanilla. I will say that I do think that this one was good, but I think I had it in maybe the wrong room, which was my smaller bathroom downstairs, because it was so sweet. It needs to be in a bigger space, maybe my son's bedroom, so that my son's room quit smelling like socks. It is really, really a beautiful scent. I would repurchase it. I would just put it into a bigger space. Now, my downstairs bathroom could be a bigger space, right? I could open the door, leave the door open, have it permeate out into the rest of the house. But a lot of us forget to leave the door open down there, so it doesn't get to permeate the whole living space. But I would repurchase this scent for sure. I love the caramel pumpkin swirl. The sweet whiskey, this is another story. I did not Yeah, I did not. I did not love this scent. This is also warm and comforting. It says that it has notes of golden amber, vanilla infused whiskey, and sweet red berries. This was awful. This was really bad. I will not repurchase this. I don't know. It's not like alcohol scented. Like when we think of whiskey, I think of something. Maybe it is, and that's why I want to vomit. The one and only time that I ever really got sick from being drunk when I was, younger in my, oh God, in my heyday. Well, I shouldn't say one and only time. There were 2 times. Once was on tequila and once was on whiskey. I do not drink whiskey. Maybe that's why I don't love this scent, because it just brings back that, that want to be sick because of like my nostalgia feelings about whiskey specifically. I don't think it smells like whiskey though. That's the thing, but I just don't think that it smells good. And then this one is champagne, apple, and honey. This one is fruity and happy. Again, one of the scent notes that I really typically tend to fall into. This one is crisp apple, sparkling champagne, and jasmine honey. I kind of liked this one. I think it was very apple scented. Had a little bit of almost a kitchen-esque or like a grocery store produce department feel to it when you walked into the room, but it smelled very fresh. And I think that that is why I liked this one so much. It was really great for my bathroom downstairs as well. And then I also finished a candle, and this is the caramel drizzle candle. This is first and foremost, stinks so bad because I let it burn so long. So I'm going to recap that. It, has almost a fireplace feel right now, but it had sugarcane crystals, melted butter, whiskey, sweet cream, and natural essential oils as far as the fragrance notes. And I do feel like this smelled like a caramel apple when it was in its heyday. Like I said, I let it burn too long. It got down to the brass tacks, and then now it smells like a fireplace, an old like fire pit burning. Now it smells really bad, but it did smell really good, and I would repurchase this. I do think that this is a holiday scent for them. I liked it. I would repurchase it. Now I have a ton of skincare, and I'm really excited about all the skincare that fell into this quarter's empties, because there's a lot, and skincare is super expensive, and you want to make sure that you're using it up, because it is a product at the end of the day also expires fairly quickly, right? So in my turn and burn, I pulled these eye masks. These are the Wonder Beauty Baggage Claim Gold eye mask. There are 6 sets in here, and I actually quite love these eye masks. These are probably my favorite eye masks. The first time I ever tried them was out of a BoxyCharm, and then I purchased a 6-pack of them from one of the Boxy like pop-up shops because I loved them so much. They're a really nice thick, like almost fabric-y gold plated eye mask that goes on. Really, I have no problem putting them on and then walking around throughout my day and doing my things, leaving them on for whatever. And they are truly an eye mask that I see a difference in my under eyes from prior to use to after use. So really love these. Would 100% recommend these eye masks, and would probably 100% purchase them again. I have several products that I used through Turn and Burn, and a lot of them are just, really tiny, just like sample size items. Some of them are products that I've tried in the past, and some of them are products that I would repurchase, and some of them are products that I just don't get. This is one that I just don't get. This is the H2O Plus Beauty Infinity Plus Renewing Youth Serum. I have no idea what this did for my skin. I did not see any kind of changes in my skin from before use to after use or during use. And I did get quite a bit of usage out of this. I think I got like 14 different days worth of utilizing this product. And while I do know that skincare is kind of one of those anomaly situations, right? You need about 21 days worth of use before you actually can physically see a difference really forming with your skin, you should still see something in, first to 14th time use. And I just didn't with this. It is something that is clinically proven to reduce the look of wrinkles and smile lines. I don't think so. It felt like water going on my skin. It acted like water going on my skin. I did not love it. Now this one is another one that it's not that I didn't get it. I didn't love it. These two both together. This is the Butter Cocoa Shine Revitalizing Cream and Butter Vitamin C Serum. Now, this one I actually quite liked. It was a really nice thick cream that went on really well to the skin and felt like a night cream. So I didn't 100% mind this. I just didn't feel like it came off of my skin as easily as I would have liked the next day. I felt like it was still like kind of sitting on top of my skin, whereas most night creams that I have sink into my skin throughout the night. And when I wash my face in the morning, I don't feel like I'm still trying to take product off my face, and I did with this one. With the vitamin C serum, like my skin loves a vitamin C serum. I love a vitamin C serum. I did not love this, and I think a good portion of the reason why I didn't love it is because it stunk so bad. And maybe it was bad. I have no idea. Like typically my vitamin C serums are not in a see-through container. And I know that this is like amber glass, so it's supposed to like help with the like sun that might get to the vitamin C serum, but it's also still not opaque, so the vitamin C is still going to get like daylight rays. And maybe it was just old in my collection, or old period. I have no idea, because it did come to me in gratis. So maybe it's just samples that the company hands out and I just happened to get a really old one. I don't know, but I do know that I did not like their vitamin C serum and probably would not try it again. I also have a couple of items that I really kind of liked. Listen, I have used this before. This is the LMS Pro Collagen Marine Cream. This was, again, an item through Turn and Burn. Really amazing moisturizer that helps with, the appearance of your skin in terms of like fine lines and wrinkles. You're not going to get that out of this little tiny sample though. I have had full sizes of this multiple times in the past, which is the only reason why I know that it really does truly work and it is truly an amazing moisturizer. Do I think that you need to spend the amount of money that this moisturizer asks you to spend to get the same progress in fine lines and wrinkles? Absolutely not. There are some really great ones out there, but this one is really luxurious, feels really great, has a lot of girth to it without going onto your skin and feeling heavy. So I really do love this product. Really loved this one actually. This is Hey Honey Relax. This is a smoothing moisturizer, and I felt like it was a little bit more thick and a little bit more girthy going on the skin. Felt a little bit more heavy, to be honest. I used it as a night cream more than I used it as anything else, but it was really good for soothing. As it stated, like I would wash my face and my face would be all inflamed and red and all the things, right? Because you're putting all these other things on your face and trying to scrub at your face and get your makeup off. And then I would put this on and my skin would feel just cooled and moisturized and like regaining health, which seems weird. But again, this isn't one that I know that helped with anything like anti-aging or, fine lines and wrinkles or anything like that. I don't know that it boasts that, but it is called the Relax Soothing Moisturizer. And I did feel like it did that for my skin while I was using it. Another one that I really liked was the L'Occitane Reset. I don't know exactly what this is called. But it was really nice. These little like golden like spots in there, and I can't get this out, but the little golden spots in there are actually like bubbles of like bursting extra like oil that is within this serum. And as soon as you like spritz it out or, pump it out onto your skin and start mixing it together, it becomes like this, like almost honey-like, mixed together serum, not honey. It's not the consistency of honey, but the color of honey, I guess. Honey-like serum that you put all over your face. And I really did feel like this was doing something for my skin at the end of the day. I think I had about 3 weeks worth of use out of this product before it was gone. Enough that I know that I would probably repurchase this at the end of the day if I needed a new serum. I have a ton of skincare, you all know, so I'm not going to be repurchasing it anytime soon, but I did like it. Another one that I honestly really truly love, and we all maybe know that I love it, is this one. This is the Genifique by Lancome. I love this. This is so soft and silky going on the skin. I really do feel like it makes my skin look and feel more youthful than it does as a 47-year-old woman. Like, I have 3 full-size bottles of Genifique in my backup. So I usually will also carry around a container like this in my to-go bags and refill that. I don't love their dropper on their to-go bottle or their sample bottle. I don't feel like it gives you enough. Like, I literally have to put like 7 of these pumps into my hand for me to have enough for my face, whereas with the full-size bottles I only need like 1 pump, if that. But this is a really, really great silky feeling serum that I utilize all the time, so having it in my turn and burn was a pleasure. This is one that I kind of actually fell in love with, and it was actually kind of a shock to me because I don't love the Supergoop like unseen sunscreen. I also don't love their like resetting powder, I think, or resetting spray, I think is what it's called. And it is a sunscreen setting spray. It burns my eyes, burns my face, whatever. I give it to my daughter, she loves it. I had taken everything because of those 2 products from Supergoop and warded them off, right? But this one is actually really good. This is a Supergoop every single face watery lotion, and I really quite like this actually. And I had like a full-size version of it in my backups, and because of this sample I pulled it out and started using it, and then when my daughter was here from Texas she stole it from me, so I'm gonna have to buy a new one. But I really did like it. It goes on so lightly onto your face, has 50 SPF, and I mean, that's a really great SPF for just such a water-based lotion that goes on without feeling like anything on your face. It doesn't complicate makeup application. It doesn't do anything that exacerbates anything else that you've got going on your skin. And it is truly a sunscreen that I can see putting on my face every single day without fail, without even thinking about it, because it's just a really great, beautiful, water-based moisturizer that feels good and also is doing great things for my skin. So I really did fall in love with that. I found that that is a Supergoop product that I could stand behind, love, and would purchase. This shocked me because I remember a time when I only used Origins and loved their moisturizer. This is the Ginseng Energizing Moisturizer, and it has kind of like this gel-like consistency to it. It's a lot stickier than I remember it being, and I didn't love that. And I also just don't feel like it did much for moisturizing my face. Like, I have, quasi really dry skin, so I require a moisturizer that's going to do some moisturization for long term, not just surface level. And I felt like this was very surface level moisturization. And this one is the, I can't remember, Capture Total by Dior. It is a serum, and I just felt like it was so perfumey. I did get quite a bit of use out of this. This is a very generous like sample size if you wanted to find out whether something was going to work good for your skin over the amount of time that you need it in your life to determine whether it's going to do your skin any good. This is a sample that absolutely lasted me over a month. I did not love this though. It was so perfumey that I felt like the whole point, The whole point of a serum is to do good for your skin, and I just don't understand some of these more higher end companies putting so much perfume into their skincare that it actually exacerbates everything that it is trying to do good for you by pulling out all the moisture from your skin utilizing a perfume. It made my skin feel tight and parched, and that is not something that I want from my skincare, so I would not repurchase that, and that's okay because it's damn expensive. This is a deluxe size Purity Made Simple 3-in-1 cleanser. Did not like this on my face, but I did use this quite a bit as like a brush cleaner or a sponge cleaner, and I didn't mind it in that way. I think that it did a decent job, but I don't think it does the same kind of job as my Beauty Blender brush cleaner or my Cinema Secrets brush cleaner. It wasn't bad. It just isn't something that I would go and, you know, spend money on when I could spend the same amount of money and get a really good cleaner for my brushes. And I did not love this on my face, so there's no other way that I would use it. I felt like on my face, it didn't smell incredibly awesome, but also it kind of left this film on my face that I didn't love and felt like there needed to be like maybe a double or a triple cleanse that happens, which is fine because I double cleanse in the first place, but it isn't something that I wanted to do maybe every single day. This is, I think, the last like deluxe size sample that I had, and this is the Clinique Moisture Surge 100-hour auto replenishing like moisturizer, and I love the Clinique Moisture Surge line. I think that it is an amazing like watery gel moisturizer that really does moisturize your skin for 100 hours. Like you can feel it day after day after day, and if you're using it all the time, which I don't, which is so stupid because I know that it works. If you're using it all the time, like your skin will never look better, to be honest. So as far as from a moisturizing factor, do I think that this is a good moisturizer for everybody? Heck yes. But I do know that some people don't like that watery gel consistency of Moisture Surge. I don't understand it, but I think that there are reasons for people. I do think that this does last the 100 hours that it boasts. As far as the moisturization goes, Clinique Moisture Surge is hands down one of my favorite moisturizers on the planet. The Ole Henriksen Banana Bright Eye Cream. This was the first Banana Bright Eye Cream that I had had from Ole Henriksen. I purchased it myself from Sephora before he came to Ulta Beauty. I got one in gratis from FLC, and I will be utilizing that, opening it up and starting to utilize that very shortly. This is really wonderful. I really like this eye cream. I do feel like it does its due diligence of like not only color correcting, but brightening up your under eyes. I also would use it on like the 11s that I have and some of my lip lines as well as my under eyes. I really did like this a lot. I do feel like once it goes bad, it goes bad. I didn't 100% get there, but I was starting to get there with this guy. But it starts like separating in this weird way, and then you're like, nope, I can't use it anymore. I've had this in my collection though for well over a year, so it shouldn't last that long. So there's that. I do like that a lot and would repurchase it. I have this from Goldfaden MD. This is the Solution Needless Line Smoothing Concentrate. And this is a smoothing serum that you're supposed to put over like your smile lines or your 11s or whatnot. And I do think that this is probably a travel size version of this because this is so expensive. I think that this is $70 for this size, or maybe even $170. I'm not even sure, but Goldfaden MD is really damn expensive. I did not love this. I think that this is the kind of serum that they should put into a pipette or a pump. And I did not love the application method of it. I didn't love like having to squeeze it out into my hands. I didn't love any part of it. And I also didn't feel like it did anything for my skin. Yes, it made my skin feel tight in the moment, but it didn't really do anything other than that. I liken it a lot to this Peter Thomas Roth, like Instant Firm X temporary eye tightness like serum that I have laying here on my desk. And that's a hell of a lot cheaper than this. So I didn't love this. I wouldn't purchase it. I don't think it was all that great, and it definitely wasn't worth the money that you have to spend to get it. And thank God for BoxyCharm or FabFitFun or however I got it, because I know I didn't spend the money on that. I have this Ahava Essential Day Moisturizer for normal to dry skin. I ended up using this on like my hands and my feet because I didn't love it for anything other than that. I don't think that it is a facial moisturizer in the first place, but I do think that it was great. I did think that it was a great job. It did a great job of hydrating my skin on my hands, my feet, my legs, my arms, my whatevers. It did everything that I expected it to do. I didn't love the smell of it. It just kind of smelled like oats and honey. And I didn't necessarily, I mean, it wasn't bad, but it also wasn't like a snack. Like, I want to smell like a cupcake, right? So a really good moisturizer though, and I would definitely repurchase it for body if I could get it in a different scent. I have two really expensive products here. This is the Clarins Total Eye Lift. I started using this after I got done with this, and I know that it was open prior to the point that I started using this. But it ran out shortly after. I think I had it back in my life, utilizing it for about 40-ish days prior to it being gone again. I really like this product. It's a very expensive eye product as well, but I do feel like it works. This is a lift replenishing eye concentrate, and I love to use it not only on like my under eyes and my outer like V area, but also like this section of my like orbital bone, like up here near the brow. I felt like it did a really good job of that, and it is something that I would repurchase. I have this Dermalogica Smart Response Serum. This is a like skin serum that changes dependent on the needs of your skin, which I don't 100% understand. It's not like it's magic serum, but I did feel some sort of way about my skin while in use. And it's been probably about a month since I haven't been using this anymore. I don't think that I can see any difference in my skin from this no longer having anything in it for me to use versus what I am currently using. So I don't 100% think that you need to run out and get this. Did I enjoy it while I was using it? Yes, I think it was very lightweight. It wasn't like sticky or anything like that. It felt really good, really like silky to put onto your skin, and felt like it sunk into your skin really quickly. You know, I feel like there are some like serums that you use on your skin that are a little bit more girthy, because I would say that this one is a little bit more girthy. It does have a little bit more weight to it versus like a water-based serum. Sometimes those ones that are a little more girthy, you feel like you can't do anything with your skin for, 4 minutes before you're able to put on the next serum or something. I don't feel like that is the case with this guy. And I also felt like it worked really well mixing with my moisturizers and putting it on my skin in that way. I had a really good time with it and would repurchase it. However, I don't know what it's doing. It says Next Gen Smart Serum delivers what your skin needs when it needs it. What does that even mean? Like, how is this so smart that it's figuring out what my skin needs, where it needs it, when I'm putting it all over my face, that it's got a different action that it's doing for every single section of my face? I just don't know what that means. So I don't buy into the gimmickiness of it, but I did like it as a serum, if that makes any sense. I also have this Clinique 2. This is the clarifying lotion that I use every single day by Clinique. I use it every single morning, every single night. And this guy is empty because I dumped it into this guy when it got down to a certain point. That's how I refill this bottle, is by buying these guys. So this is technically an empty because it filled up an empty space that was in here, and I don't put that into my empty bins. So this is, like I said, just a clarifying lotion that I use every single morning and night from Clinique, and I will tell you, I can see a difference in my skin when I have used this and when I have not. I am a forever lover of this product from Clinique and will continue to repurchase it probably until the day I quit wearing makeup, or maybe even until like I die. Then I have these guys here. These are the Urban Skin RX cleansing bars. So I got these in gratis at FLC years ago. I think probably 3 years ago at this point. Urban Skin RX are the melanin experts, and didn't love them on my skin. So I started using them as sponge cleansers. This one was awesome. This was the cleansing bar that was just the combination skin cleansing bar. It was a really nice cleansing bar, and I had no problems using that as a cleanser for my sponges. Then there was this one, which is the Even Tone Cleansing Bar, and this one is a 3-in-1 treatment bar, and this one I feel like had little bits of things in it that were for exfoliation. It kind of tore up my sponges. It also stained my sponges. Like, I have so many sponges in my collection right now that are in use that are stained the deep dark brown that this cleansing bar color was, with little bits of brown like specks in it that reminded me kind of coffee grounds. And this guy stained my sponges so bad. I mean, to the extent that I am in a place where I don't even want to use those sponges. I know that they're stained from a cleansing bar, but they gross me out because they're really, really ugly looking. It looks like dirt is like shoved up inside of the pores of the sponge, and I can't get it out. That is my quarterly beauty empties, and there were so many of them. I am super proud of the work that I've done to really empty out as much as I have in terms, specifically in terms of skincare. Like, this is a ton of empties in skincare, and there's just as many full size hiccups as there is sample sizes. I am super proud of that. I would love to hear from you what you've emptied in your beauty category over the last quarter. What do you have the most of? Like, I had the most of skincare, obviously, but I would be interested to hear your thoughts on the things that I did empty, the things that I said, whatever the case may be. Please let me know. Don't forget to hit a girl up down in the comment section. I do have the hiccups. I'm struggling here. Again, thank you guys so much for joining me today. I hope that you are all well, that you are all safe, healthy, and getting along as best you can. I hope that you are all loving each other, being kind humans, and enjoying your summer weather right now, or winter, whatever the case may be, wherever you are. And until next time, friends. Bye.